Hey guys, welcome back to the grow room. I'm happy to report that we have started growing, and I want to give you guys an update. So let's go ahead and turn the camera around. All right, so let me go ahead and increase the lighting for you guys. There we go. So we only have one pan going right now, and it's really just to create samples for the restaurants. But here it is. Here's the room as of now. It's all insulated, and it all has its plastic wrap up so that we can keep the humidity where we want it. Have our airflow, our heating, dehumidifying. We may need to get a humidifier as well that has a humidistat in it. Got growth medium here. It's coconut coir matting. It's pre-germination buckets and stuff. And then we have a hydrogen peroxide solution. It's 10% hydrogen peroxide, 90% pure water, and that is to prevent disease that grows on the microgreens. And here is the pan with the microgreens in it. And they have started germinating. If we look really closely, we can see root hairs. Look right there. See the root hairs? It's pretty cool. Over here, some started germinating pretty well. Looking good. And a bit of sprouting coming out of these sunflowers as well. And then the basil. It forms this kind of mucus on it. I did not know it does that. But you can tell. Let me see if I can get it on film. Trying to find one right there. Yeah, see that little white nub right there? The basil is sprouting too. You can see it right there as well, and right next to that one. So they're just starting to crack open. They have quite a hard shell for how small they are. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was mold at first, but it's not. It's actually this gelatin-like substance that comes out of the seed when it gets wet. So very interesting. So that's it. That's the update. Yeah, we look forward to showing you guys more of what's going on in here when there's more to show you. Okay, I did some research. The basil seeds, the reason why they look slimy is because they do secrete and are supposed to secrete a mucilage from the seeds when they get wet. And what that mucilage does is it absorbs water, and then if, say, the soil dried out, which it won't obviously when we're growing microgreens, but if the soil dried out, then that mucilage would contain that water so that the seed could use that water to grow. There's a term for that, and it's called mucilaginous. Mucilaginous. It's kind of weird to say. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys the automation system that we have for our lighting. And you could adapt this to, say, like drip irrigation or some kind of irrigation, or if you knew that you needed to run your dehumidifier from this time to that time to keep within the range of humidity that you needed, then you could do that as well, which would save you money on buying a dehumidifier that had a humidistat in it. Personally, I like proper automation, so I go with the humidistat, thermostat in my heater, etc. So anyway, that app, the app that goes along with the smart plugs is called Smart Life. The brand name of the plugs may not necessarily be Smart Life, because here's the deal: they come from China, and they're really, I don't know how to put this, they're really Chinesey. So you're reading the instructions and they're written in English, but a lot of the instructions are just straight incorrect, or they're a little misleading because it's broken English, etc. once you do get them adapted to your smart device, you can then, all the functions work great once you figure out how to get it on there though. And in this way you can save a whole lot of money because these smart plugs are really just not terribly expensive, which is great. So here's what the app looks like. You can see the grow room lights for nighttime and the grow room lights for daytime.
Nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime.
You can see one of them are turned off, one of them is turned on. Here's the daytime running bulbs. They are LEDs, and these are grow bulbs, but we also have some, I think they're like 5,000 Kelvin, 100 watt replacement LEDs. So nice, bright, large amount of lumens, but because of the loss of light, it's not going straight down. We're going to be switching over to a more even more efficient lighting system. It's still light emitting diodes, but we're going with strips up above there rather than the sockets. So you can see here what it looks like when it's on, when you set the schedules. We have it set to run daytime running lights 16 hours a day, which is very typical for indoor growing situations. So it comes on at 05:30, goes off at 9:30 at night. Here's what it looks like when it is on. You can create countdowns. If you press the button in the bottom left-hand corner, it says switch, then it'll turn it off, so you can turn it off from anywhere, as long as you have Wi-Fi or cell phone service. Here are our nighttime lights. We decided to go with blue light. Now, you read studies, and really, nighttime light is a red light. It's like a gray neutralizing red light. It's a little bit different than the kind of light that we see during the day, but a lot different. But anyway, we just needed a dim light that was more like a nighttime setting, but not necessarily moonlight, because the moonlight's where the red comes from. So we went with some blue and green bulbs, and honestly we have 6 there, but 3 of those are lightly unscrewed, so we're only using 3 of them. And once again, you can do strip lighting for that if you wanted. So here's obviously what it looks like. Just opposite, we have our nighttime lights coming on with this is a different plug, but the same type of plug. And we have our nighttime lights coming on when our daytime lights go off, and vice versa. Obviously, here's what it looks like when it is off. So if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like. And if you didn't enjoy it, go ahead and give it a thumbs down, but do me a favor and go down to the comments and tell me why you didn't like the video and what I can change about it. If you want to see more videos like this, then go ahead and hit subscribe. Bye-bye!